Hey, hunters.
Hello, everybody. What a
Hey,
Hunter's Lodge.
Rainstorm.
Although I missed quite a bit of it, so you're gonna have to catch me up.
Oh, yeah, I took lots of notes. I mean, I have to say
It
there
was
wasn't as
packed.
much. It was,
Wait,
but it
I
also,
took a
there
note.
wasn't as much as there was
The
before.
last one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wait, I have a post-it note from work because I was watching it at work. Look at this. Wait, I even folded it in half and now it's stuck. Dang it. Okay, I have referrals, more Hunter's Lodge in general, Coin Hunt Fest, World Cup event, global exports, Christmas event, New Year's event, tagging, structures, and then I ran out of room on my post-it. But I was writing stuff down as it was coming, and I think I started maybe 5 topics in, and that was already so much. I probably missed stuff. So
I'm surprised you were even able to, pay attention while you were at work. I don't know how you do that.
it was a busy day,
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
and just jumping literally walked in the door 5 minutes ago. So
Yeah.
we're jumping right into it. A jam-packed coin hunt day. So okay, should we start from the top?
Sure. Okay. I just wrote things as they were said. So the top is definitely the top of my list. So, okay. Yeah. So you mentioned more Hunter's Lodges. Yes. They're going to do them more often and do smaller ones. So shorter lodges more often so that they don't go over too much stuff within each one, which I think is good because
Yeah.
I think them having these big long ones, they always gave us stuff that was way off in the future and got us excited for things that they weren't going to be able to do anytime soon.
Yeah.
And so, and
I
I
think it's better
wonder,
for everybody.
yeah, I wonder if they only ever put in all that stuff because they felt they had to fill a certain amount of time or something, you know?
Mm.
So now if they're shorter, we'll just stick to the pertinent things,
Yeah.
and then, yeah, so we don't get a bunch of crap that's not going to happen for a while.
Yeah, I think
So,
that's a great idea for both them and the hunters. So
yeah,
we're not disappointed, and they're not disappointed if they can't put out, let's say, tagging next month or whatever.
right, right. So the first thing they went over was the Adventure Road. They said that they have started making improvements. They're going to continue making improvements. One of the issues that it's funny because in between events, the Oklahoma channel in the community server Discord is usually very quiet. Unless something happens, people don't really chat in there because there's not much community stuff going on to chat about. But it's still been quite active just because of Adventure Road.
Sorry, can you hear Marvin chewing on his bone?
No.
Oh, okay, good. I'm like, if this is coming up on the mic, this is not going to be good. He's right behind me. I'm sorry. Just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure it wasn't getting picked up and interrupting.
I mean, I can't hear
Okay, yeah,
it,
so
but
Adventure
anyway.
Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can't hear it, then they can.
Right. So people in the local Okies have been chatting about it. They've been really frustrated because of the print a specific tiki, challenge or stuff like that. And actually it was said, oh, next thing you'll see is print an OG. So they said that they've gotten rid of the printing quests that are blueprints that get destroyed, like one and done blueprints or randomizers. So those will not be picked for the print the QB challenge anymore. So that's really
Love
cool.
it.
Yeah.
And I noticed yesterday, I think it started, was the new categories that they added too. And I think that was mentioned in the lodge as well.
Yeah, they said there's 4 new types that they added this week.
I love it.
Yeah, so the one yesterday was solve 2 TV questions.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because I never pick TV. So I actually went back and looked to see if TV was one of the categories this month because I didn't remember seeing it just because I don't ever click on it. And then I was surprised to find, oh yeah, it's been showing up all month and I've just ignored it.
Like, repressed it right out of your brain.
Yeah. So I think that's good because then it's going to get us to click on categories we otherwise wouldn't. Maybe learn some things. I got really lucky. The only 2 TV questions that I actually answered today in order to finish that I got right, and then I avoided TV again. So.
So it's not going to make us want to pick on that category, by the way.
But maybe, the couple of times we have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then there was like a solve 5 greens.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be tough for some people, I'm sure.
Yeah. Especially if you don't have 2 greens in your area or you can't, like you only have 1 reset, right? So like, that's rough.
Yeah. I just skipped it because I have 5 greens I could hit, but I don't want to spend those keys for 100 points. Like I could get that just by going out and solving some blues.
Right.
So I was like, screw that one. I'm not doing that. I actually because one of them was like the solve 50 vaults today. So I was like, okay, like that's one I can do, and I've skipped so much and I was behind so much. I actually did like 3 tiers today because like I went out and I hit a bunch of vaults and like I did, the 50 vaults and the 2 TV ones and plus more vaults. And so it ended up doing like, it brought me up 3 tiers. I mean, I was towards the end of the one I started at and I only got a tiny bit on the 3rd one, but whatever.
Still. No, I think it's cool that they incorporated like the aspect of solving vaults. I always liked that task from the beginning, but that like those points still count towards your goal line. But also too, on the note of you saying that is that even a category this month? I'm also hoping that they only pick categories that are available that month.
They have to, I think. I mean,
I would think so too, but then they're saying print Anu Tiki, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
So just some forethought in that. Hopefully that was considered. I don't know.
Yeah, let's hope they coded that properly. Yeah.
Just gotta put it out, just in case.
Yeah. And then they said something about people that pay for the Adventure Pass will get 10 extra Adventure Road points for completing 8 walking goals. So if you're someone that does 8 walking goals often, you get an extra 10 points, which honestly, I don't think that's enough for that. But at least it's something. Yeah. I
mean, for somebody who doesn't track walking goals all that well, I think it's a happy medium.
Yeah.
They're not too far ahead.
Yeah, that's true for someone that can't do it. I mean, I do it maybe once a week, like if I end up going walking with my mom. So that'll be an extra maybe 40 points a month, which I don't see that helping me all that much. Like I could hit 10 more vaults. I feel where I am, there's always 10 more vaults that I could go hit if I'm short 40 points. So,
yeah, but I guess for like rural players, that would be a good thing, right? Because like if they're only able to really get their walking goals done and like don't have that many vaults to hit, or I don't know, it's like the only way they can really like get ahead or at least keep up in the adventure quest. So that's a good thing.
Wait, so Zenny's in here, she saying I thought I heard 80 points, and then someone TD said 80 points total for all 8 quests. Okay, so I guess I heard wrong. I guess it's 80.
Nice.
Okay. I don't know. I mean,
that's 3 people confirming, so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, cool.
So maybe it is worth it, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's even better.
Yeah.
So cool. Okay. So then for December Adventure Road, they talked about the Sagittarius QB. There's a new display case and a new headquarters skin. So we got to see the Sagittarius QB, but they didn't want to show us the headquarter skin, and I don't think they showed us the display case, but I was also typing a lot, so I could have missed it. But yeah.
It's with the popsicle on its head.
A popsicle on its head?
Yeah, you didn't see everybody like, oh my god, that's a popsicle head QB.
Oh, is that what they were talking about?
It's got some thing on its head.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm curious to know what I want to see it up close. It's hard to, well, it's hard to, you can't zoom on YouTube, right? But also
Right.
I was on mobile, and so it was, and with their chat and stuff. Hard to tell.
I saw some people saying something about popsicle head or whatever, and then I didn't know what they were talking about, so I just ignored it. And okay. Interesting. So yeah, that's the Adventure Road stuff. I think that was everything that they talked about for Adventure Road. So yeah, and then there was obviously a lot of talk about Coin Hunt Fest. So yeah, so obviously the 11th through 12th of March, we already know that at Resorts World. They gave some more specifics, which is good, I think, for a lot of people, but I feel like they should have given these specifics out a while ago. So apparently there's 100 discounted rooms available for purchase. But they said don't book a room yet. Wait, and they will let us know when those discounted rooms are available. Now, I know a lot of people have already booked rooms, maybe in different places. Mm-hmm. So it's like,
I think Luke Friend has even booked a room, and he doesn't even have his pass yet.
Yeah.
Or booked a hotel.
And I think Rain said he booked something, but at a different hotel, maybe. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I feel like they should have at least said, hey, don't book a room yet. We're going to try and get you guys some things, you know. Right. But they didn't even say that from the beginning. They just said, hey, this is when it is. And so people went and booked stuff. And now all of a sudden there's discounted rooms that they didn't tell us about. Okay.
Are we surprised though?
No. So 100 discounted rooms available. They said that they should be available next week. And they'll let everyone know. There's going to be a unique QB that you can only get if you stay in the hotel. And this is, so the rest of this news was like good and bad. Like, it was, so they said that the Illusion Weaver called it gamifying the city. So there's a quest line, there's like all these different things. So that's cool. Sucks that I won't be able to do it with y'all. But what's cool is that it'll be just like a monument where it'll stay in the game forever. So if you go to Vegas in the future, you can do the quest line. Like, you don't have to do it with everyone else.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, honestly, I personally don't see myself going to Vegas for no reason in the future, because I've been there a few times. It's like one of those things, like, once you've been, unless it's your type of thing, there's really not a reason to go back.
Yeah, but it's also one of those places where it's like something will bring you there. I'm sure in your
maybe,
you know. And but it's kind of cool that, like, okay, so we have an official announcement. Well, I think we already all kind of knew, but that's officially the second monument in game aside from the Cheeky Cheat. So you're gonna have to go because you have the completionist brain, so it's gonna bug you if you don't.
I'll have to go somehow.
You already have number one, and you went all the way to Hawaii for that one. So
right. Maybe I'll make it part of the trip when I come visit you in LA or something.
Or we can make it part of a trip and we can go to Vegas together. Yeah,
I mean, though you'll have already done it, so.
Well, yeah, but. You'll have an experienced tour guide then.
Yeah, that's true.
And we can go catch Britney Spears or something. Some
You're
weird
not
show.
you're not gonna get me to a
Chippendales.
Britney Spears concert, but maybe something else. Yeah. I mean, I am a huge fan of Blue Man Group.
Let's go. There we go. I think they've had a residency, like the longest standing residency in Vegas. If they're still performing there, I actually don't know.
Well,
But
you know, like the original Blue Man Group is in Vegas, and they train other teams to do other shows in other places. So the original Blue Man Group only does Vegas. And then, like, if you've ever seen Blue Man Group anywhere else other than Vegas, they're not the originals, but they were trained by the originals. I don't know. My dad used to be
Nice.
obsessed with Blue Man Group. Like, he used to like build weird musical contraptions in his basement to try and like use like glow in the dark paint and whatever to like try and make funky things. So yeah, when we went to Vegas, obviously that was one of the first things we did. But yeah, anyway.
that's awesome.
So anyway, so that's Coin Hunt Fest. I'm trying to think, was there anything else about that? There's going to be a live Hunter's Lodge during Coin Hunt Fest.
Nice.
There's also going to be another Hunter's Lodge before Coin Hunt Fest, they said. So, Cuckoo Puffs initially got a ballroom to hold 200 people. And now they're considering trying to expand that and adding 100 seats. But it seems like he only initially limited it to 200 people. And it's like, I feel like that's not enough.
I don't, just given how quickly the pass is sold.
Yeah.
I thought that the whole point of selling the passes first was to get an idea of attendance.
Unless like they had something in the agreement, like we're going to start selling this. And then like, if we get enough people, like if they have the option to keep adding more, that's fine. But he said he's going to consider trying to expand it. So it didn't sound like he's already got it available, like an expandable agreement. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know. That was interesting. So, back to Adventure Road really quick. They are not planning on rewarding crystal keys in the Adventure Road. But they will have other ways to win or earn keys, like contests or whatever. So I know that was one of the things talked about, I think maybe on Zach and Beats, like back when the first thought came out. Like, oh, maybe you can earn enough crystal keys during Adventure Road to like pay for half of the next month. They're not doing that at all.
Yeah.
So, I think that's fair. Like, it'll force people to participate in the game in more ways if they want free crystal keys. Like participating in the
contest, like the Twitter contest.
The Twitter contest and the World Cup event can win you crystal keys too. So
wait,
that's cool.
Wait, it can?
Yeah. Oh, we'll get to that.
I missed that. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
I feel like a noob.
Yeah,
I'm some
the
weirdo
World
that
Cup,
go to Hunter's Lodge.
The World Cup event is honestly, so it's almost like how they did the Pigskin Pick'em thing on Discord, but it's within the game. So that's awesome, and I'm excited for it. But we'll run through all of that. Let me see if I'm missing anything here. I think that's it for the fest. So I think we can move on from that. After the fest, they talk about...
Oh, wait. I heard... I'm sorry. There's a quest line, right?
Yeah.
In the strip? Okay.
Yeah. And Illusion Weaver did not want to give any... Like, he was so adamant that no beans be spilled about that quest line. That was, like, his big thing.
Right. I wonder if I wonder if Cuckoo Puff's saying like it would like behoove you to come Friday and stay all the way to Monday.
Oh
Well,
yeah, because
like
they're
maybe you'll
doing
have an
like
early advantage in the quest line. I don't want to give anybody ideas because I want to go.
maybe. I do know that Cuckoo Puff said something about like an award ceremony happening like late Sunday night or something like that.
I hope everybody dresses up. I also saw Marlov saying something about bringing his wedding suit. I am so down. Let's do this.
Well, so that was in response to I can't remember if it was Cuckoo Puffs or Illusion Weaver said something about like cocktail hour, but he said, "Don't worry, you don't have to. It's casual. You don't have to wear cocktail dress attire." Okay. And then Marlov was like, "Oh, I'm wearing my wedding tux," and then Illusion Weaver's like, "Well, now you have to," or something. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I don't think there's going to be any formal things. I think it's all casual. Which, if I was going, I would be casual even to a formal thing because I'm not a formal person. I don't like dressing up. Anyway. So yeah. So he said they said in about 2 weeks they're gonna unveil this new and improved referral system. So the way it works is if you are a new user, the first 7 days that you have the account, there will be like a little referral icon on your screen, and you click on it. And it'll explain that like the person that referred you should be your like a mentor for you, not just a random person. So like if you're going to choose a referrer, like make sure that there's someone that's there for you and like basically is your tutorial in a way, I guess.
So who's gonna be the mentor for the people who are scanning the QR code at the top of Coco Crater?
Oh, good question. I don't know.
Like,
well, and the QR code
all over the place of just like random players that want referrals, right?
I didn't even think about that. Like, I wonder if the old referral system will still work. Because the new way it works, you enter the person's in-game name and it links you to them.
Oh, so you have to have somebody's username?
Yeah.
What? So everybody making stickers has to put their in-game name on the stickers?
Yeah. So my QR codes, if people scan them, some of them say metaverse on the top. Some of them say free crypto. Some of them say trivia. Some of them say scan here for vault. So I wonder if people are going to try and put that in.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Is it going to prompt them for it? Or is it just like an additional... It's just
like if they click on the icon, they can enter a name there. Yeah. So, but the good thing about it... Yeah, it's kind of weird. But the good thing about it is that if you're trying to specifically refer someone, you can see right away if it's worked.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And so like, yeah. So that's kind of cool. I don't know. We'll have to see how it all works. But it all also like once you put in their in-game name, it'll link you to their like little like a leaderboard profile thing. Not a leaderboard profile, but like if they were on your friends list, you know how you can see like their rank and their Discord name and whatever. So it'll link you to that so that you can see their Discord name and you can talk to them in Discord.
Yeah. So hopefully they join Discord.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so that's
oh my God,
the new
that's literally
system.
what Harris said. Hi, Harris. She said, hopefully they get on Discord.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what's up, Toasties? Good to see you. Welcome, everybody that's jumped in. Good to see y'all. Okay, so yes.
So then the World Cup event. So this is exciting. Now, I don't know if anyone saw it. I tweeted at Illusion Weaver and I was like, hey, are you sure this is a good idea? Because, and I did this a few, I don't know, like, no, not because of that, because of all of the controversy surrounding the World Cup. Like, it's a political nightmare.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get political, but I do want to be informative. If you guys haven't learned anything about the World Cup, and I haven't watched it, but there's like on Netflix, there's like a FIFA Undercover minis docuseries. I did not watch that, but I do listen to NPR on the regular, especially when I'm hunting and I'm in the car. Apparently, 3,600 migrant workers died building the stadiums for the World Cup over the past, 10 years that they've been getting the city ready for it. And Qatar is just a horrible place in general for human rights and shit like that. So, so there's been like lots of people boycotting it. There's a lot of cities like within France that normally would have like almost like a town square kind of big projection of the game and you can all cheer together. They're not doing that. Like, so there's a whole thing. So, and I kind of tweeted at Illusion Weaver sharing like one of the articles that I had read and I was like, you sure this is a good idea? Like, this might stir up some like political talk in your Discord, which you specifically say you don't want. And I never heard anything back, so whatever. But I did see when they started talking about the World Cup event during Hunter's Lodge, there were a few comments about that. Like, anyway, everyone knows FIFA's corrupt. They love just taking money and putting it in their pockets. And yeah, I mean, what sports organization isn't?
Right. And especially if they're like pretty much the biggest internationally speaking.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And Cuckoo Puffs had said something like they had even talked about doing like a actual official event with Qatar. I'm glad that didn't happen. I don't know why it didn't happen, but great. Because that would have been a bad idea. And maybe that's why it didn't happen, because they realized it would be a bad idea. I don't know. But yeah. So, okay. So the way what really matters, how the event works. So, basically, if you go in the game right now, you'll see that the shop is open, and you can buy this randomizer QB, randomizer blueprint, which are like one and done.
I forgot to get it when I got home. Damn it.
There's like they're gonna be kind of like the tikis or the cats, where you print it and it uses it, and you get one of 32 different options. And the 32 different options are the countries that are playing, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's a little football dude, soccer/football dude, in his like country uniform. And the resources for it, apparently it takes blue paint and footballs, which we had footballs in the game as American footballs. They've renamed those to pigskins. So now the footballs are soccer balls, which you can only get out of green vaults. But also, I saw a tweet just recently that if you solve a vault within the next 24 hours, you get 1,000 of them to start off with.
Nice.
So that makes me
know.
Well, that makes me think it's going to cost a lot of footballs, since they give you 1,000 of them for free to start off with.
Right. I was going to say, I obviously got all of the envelopes of people being first to print specific QBs. So the recipe has to be out there somewhere. Does somebody know how many footballs we need?
I'm sure.
I don't give a shit about blue paint. I got a ton of it. I have it all.
Yeah. Someone grab that recipe for us, because I actually did not search through Discord to see what anyone had said about it. But please let us know if you have seen how many footballs come out of a green vault, or how many footballs it takes to print the QB. Please let us know, because I went and spent all of my yellow keys already on blueprints. Granted, I had 3 yellow keys, so it's not like it was that much. I bought 15 of them. So.
Oh wait, so we're wait. it's not, is it a randomizer or does
Yes.
it get destroyed?
Okay,
So we only have to buy it once. No.
It's a
We have to buy
randomizer
multiple.
like the cats and the tikis were, where it gets
Got it.
destroyed when you print it and you don't know what you're getting.
Got it.
Harris says, I think it's 500 balls and 1,000 blue paint. Okay. Balls. Okay. So, yeah. So that'll be interesting. So we have from now through, okay, so the event kind of starts now. Yeah, it technically starts now. It goes till December 19th. So it's like a month. So that's cool.
Okay. Nice.
We don't really have to have our football player QBs ready until December 3rd. So the Medium article kind of lays out a schedule here. So starting December 3rd through 8th is the first phase of matches. So there will be 16 matches. And the way this works is you equip the QB that you think is going to win, and you have to have it equipped at the start. They'll basically do a snapshot right at the beginning of the match, like right before the match starts. And whoever was wearing the winning country's QB gets a prize at the end. Yeah. So there will be 16 matches. Best if you have at least one out of all of those 16 so you can equip something. But obviously there's 32. It's going to be kind of difficult to get all of them. But it sounds like the best thing to do here. Print as many as you can. If you get duplicates, put them in the auction house. Buy the ones you don't get off the auction house so that you're ready come December 3rd.
So how many blueprints should I buy?
Not financial advice.
But I feel like you're the most educated person I know to answer this question. No, I'm kidding.
I never printed all the cats. I got all the cats, but I had to buy 2 of them. I still don't have all the tikis.
Did I I feel like I saw Fire said there's an equal chance for all of them, right? Like it's completely random. It's not like cats
I think
where
so.
the Missy wasn't rare and
it wouldn't
then Illusion Weaver said obviously England's gonna win, and then I was like, shit, is that gonna be the one that's hard to find? Like
no, I honestly don't think it would make any sense for them to make some of them difficult to get. Because if they're trying to make this an equal, like, you know, follow soccer, follow football, if you know, like, if you predict properly, like, all you need is the QB. We don't need to make the QB hard to get. It's hard enough to get just to print 1 of 32. So I don't think it would make sense for them to make, you know, one country harder to print than the other. Rainstorm is saying that Carlbot is telling us that the recipe for these QBs is actually 500 blue, 500 balls, and 1,000 resin. Everyone is loving these blue ball jokes out of this whole thing.
I kind of am too.
Yeah.
It's funny. Is that an Easter egg or was that totally unintentional?
I think they were just trying to give us something to do with the blue paint, honestly.
Yeah.
So DC from the Berg, did you see what he said? By odds, your best bet is 138 blueprints on average to print all 32.
Great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
But Shu also says something smart. Randomizers always sell for more later.
Yeah.
So you buy as many as possible and then hold them if you end up printing all 32 and then sell the blueprints later.
In 4 years.
4 years.
When the next World Cup comes around.
Well, that question was asked, I think, by Rubik's. If this is going to be the same thing 4 years from now. And Cuckoo Puff said that likely this is unique for this event. Don't expect the same things to show up 4 years from now, especially because we don't know what countries are going to be in the World Cup 4 years from now. Right? Because, you have to qualify. So, and they might, the game might be way more advanced by then, and this might be like, if they try to do this event this way, it might be like backwards. So,
or ancient, and we're just like, no, it's not possible in the QBverse anymore to do something so mediocre, so simple. I can't imagine Coin Hunt World 4 years from now. It's kind of weird to think about.
Right? So, your best bet, not financial advice, is to buy as many as you can, and then maybe in 6 months start selling them. I don't know.
I think that's solid advice from both you and Shu.
And honestly, like, once you get the 32, I would stop printing at that point, because I think the blueprints themselves are worth way more than the QBs, specifically because they're a one-and-done randomizer, and people want that print. They want to be able to get the leaderboard points for printing, but also, if you're selling the QB, like, to some people that's better. They want a specific QB. They're going to want to buy.
Like, during this event, they'll probably be at their highest and then drop off for sure.
Yeah, but with the blueprint in the future, it's like you don't know what you're going to get. It's like a freaking mystery box grab bag thing. Like, that just the mystery in itself makes it worth more. Yeah. So anyway,
and I mean, considering that a decent amount of us have now have to become QB collectors, right? Because of all of these, not necessarily print, but equip, adventure road tasks and the contests and stuff. So like tikis are finally a little bit more valuable, and I can only imagine the same thing will happen with the World Cup QBs.
So you're going to need to hit a lot of green vaults, because that's the only way you get the footballs. And aside from the 1,000 they're going to give you if you hit any vault in the next 24 hours. And then, buy as many blueprints as you can / want to, and start printing. So what else do we have here? Okay, so only from green and blue paint, start trapping today, final. Okay, so the first phase, the 3rd through the 8th, the first 16 matches, if you are correct, for each one you're correct, you win a contest box. So you could win 16 contest boxes in that 5 days, because there's 16 matches, and if you predict correctly and you have the, actually,
but do you have to do it before the match?
Before the match starts. You have to be wearing it when the match starts. They do the snapshot then. I'm guessing
you can't, like, equip it during I don't know.
No.
Just a little ways through. Get a sense.
No.
Okay.
It has to be before. So I'm hoping, I imagine that all the games happen at a different time. I can't imagine any of them are simultaneous. Like, you know how I always notice that with the Olympics, like, it always pisses me off. Sometimes 2 things I want to watch are happening at the same time, and it's like, they're both the Olympics.
You need like 2 devices. I'm like, yes. Why don't I have 2 TVs? Of course.
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but considering that it's the World Cup, I figure they're all the matches are at different times, because obviously, like, if you have to equip one QB, but then there's 2 games starting at the same time, how do you, so I imagine they're all different. So you could win 16 contest boxes, and then phase 2, which is the quarterfinals, which that would be 4 games, right? No, 8 games. 8 games. 8 games. That's the 9th through the 12th, And if you win a contest box and 10 crystal keys.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yes. And then phase 3, the semifinals, that's 4 games. If you win that, you get 3 contest boxes and 50 crystal keys.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the final game is December 18th. And obviously, you'll have a 50-50 chance here if you have the 2 QBs that are the 2 countries playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you guess correctly for that one, you win 5 contest boxes and 100 crystal keys and an epic blueprint they haven't designed yet, because they will design it based on whoever wins. It's going to be an epic blueprint of that country that won.
Got it.
So
okay. That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, so I really like it. It's like they took Cuckoo Puff's idea of the pigskin pick'em and they made it part of the game instead of just a Discord thing and an ESPN fantasy thing or Yahoo however they did it.
It's in their app.
Yeah.
That's where they want the people.
Yeah. So I think that's great. So I think that the goal here is and now I'm thinking I might have my numbers wrong. But anyway, okay. I think the goal here is print as many as you can before December 3rd. Put them in the auction house by like December 1st.
Oh, because actually, for those that have already printed, go ahead and just throw that in the auction house now, because you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because it's part of Adventure Road. You have to put something in the auction house, right?
There you go. Yeah,
probably get the most keys right now for putting it up there, because everybody's going to be wanting to get their hands on those things.
Yeah, but
I think it's a win-win.
Keep in mind, once teams get eliminated in the first round, those QBs aren't going to be worth anything, because we won't need to equip them for anything other than maybe Adventure Road. Right? They're not going to be needed for the future games and the different phases. So you definitely want to get those things in the auction house and sold before they get disqualified from the
That's
World
a good
Cup.
point. Yeah.
So, yep. So it's a rush, but it's not a rush. I mean, we've got a month, but we don't have a month. Like the main parts of it, like the like urgency is now, and then we kind of just like watch the games and see how we do. I probably will not be watching the games, but I will make sure that I equip something before every game if I have it.
Yeah. Some of the games are going to be pretty early in the morning for you and me and many people too.
Yeah. So set your alarms. Don't miss out on being part of the snapshot, because, I mean, the rewards are pretty good. I mean, even just a contest box. There could be 500 fucking fire crystals in that contest box.
Yeah,
there could be 50 cinnamon sticks. There could be, I mean, who knows? Who knows? There's a lot. So, so that's really cool. I really like it. I just am uncomfortable about the politics involved, but they seem to completely ignore that. So, good.
So we'll wait.
Yeah.
In the game, I guess.
And that's part of why I won't be watching it. I don't know. I don't want to add to viewer numbers for something. Anyway, that's just me. Politics aside. Okay. So that's that. Let's see. Was there anything else about World Cup? No. Okay. There will not be a Thanksgiving event this year, because instead it's a World Cup event. So, yes, there is one other thing. Happy hours will still happen. And we'll still get paint, because that's in the blue vaults, because the only thing that's affected is green vaults. So you'll still be able to get blue paint while you're needing it to print things. So I feel like that's possibly never happened before, where like all of a sudden we've needed a huge amount of some color paint and we're still able to get it. Because like the cats happened during Halloween, we couldn't get the paint we needed to print cat. Like people ran out of paint and couldn't do anything about it because it's a Halloween event. But this, like,
it's the green vaults of it all that I'm.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I know.
500.
I hate green
footballs.
vaults.
I know, man, and it's like I'm still trying to stack keys from this year, like not even just Halloween,
dude.
So
yeah,
maybe I'll just spend those green keys in the auction house. I don't know.
So you say that I spent all of like okay, the highest key I had was yellow. I spent all of them on blueprints already. I only had 3. I looked, I have 20 green keys, and I have under 1,000 blue keys. Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't either. It's bad. Like, I haven't been doing a lot of walking. It's fucking freezing, man. It's freezing here. I'm not walking. Like,
dude, I've gotten, like, all our weather channel talks about over here is the winter storm that you guys are going through in Oklahoma right now.
Really? Because
all in the east, actually.
It's cold, but like we did have a tiny bit of snow, but nothing that stuck or anything. Like it's not.
Yeah, I thought it was so weird when I messaged you, and I'm literally watching the Weather Channel like live, and it's saying you guys are getting like feet and feet of snow, and you're like, no, it's like not snowing right now.
So there's this one part of Oklahoma. There's this one part of Oklahoma called Guyman. It's in the Oklahoma Panhandle. It's kind of like the hat of Texas. Like it's this tiny little skinny part that goes right on top of Texas. It's about 4 hours away from here. And they get all of the most extreme weather in both directions. It's so much hotter there when it's hot, and it's so much colder there when it's cold. And when it snows like a half an inch here, it snows like 3 feet there. Like for some reason... So I don't know if maybe they got a bunch of snow. Wasn't me.
I don't know.
So
lies.
Yeah. But anyway.
Toasties wants to know when you're visiting LA to hunt.
Yeah, hopefully soon.
I want to know too.
So, my boyfriend actually planned a ski trip for him and his boys out to New Mexico in February. And he's like, do you want to come? And I was like, I'm already taking over a week off during tax season for the cruise. I'm going to have to be cramming through February just to make sure that goes smoothly. I also hate cold weather. Why would you think I'd want to go on a ski vacation? He's like, well, I'm sure the resort will have, fireplaces and hot cocoa. And I was like, I've got a fireplace and hot cocoa, and I don't have to go anywhere for it. So funny. If it was a longer period of time, I would be taking that time to go do other things, like maybe come out to LA or whatever. But it's literally 2 days. Yeah, so like awesome. if I come out to LA to hunt and hang out and whatever, I want it to be more than 2 days. So I don't know. And my boyfriend wants to go too because he used to live out there. He used to live in Orange County, and he's got friends. And yeah, it's gonna be a whole trip, but it'll probably be at least the summer or later. So
July is a good time.
Is it?
4th of July.
Yeah. Oh, I can't leave Brewski alone during fireworks.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Veterans Day or what is it? Memorial Day. That's in August. Yeah.
I mean, holidays don't matter to me. It's not like I need time off of work or whatever. I just need it to not be tax season. Yeah.
That's true. We've got plenty of months then.
Yeah, there's plenty of time. Yeah. I just need it to not be tax season and not be right now because I'm renovating a house. So
Good point. Okay. Good point.
So
all right,
back on track. So after the World Cup event is the Christmas event.
Oh, mother effer spammers. What did we even say?
Christmas. We said Christmas.
Oh, Christmas.
Let's see. Can I can't report it from here. I think you can though. You got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then the Christmas event is December 21st through 29th. There will be 5 new QBs, and apparently Illusion Weaver loves this randomizer blueprint thing. Like, this is his like new favorite thing, because we will have 4 new rare QBs that will be from one randomizer blueprint, and they are the ugly Christmas sweater QBs.
Yes.
And then we'll have 1 epic, and we don't know what the epic is. So, and the 1 ugly Christmas sweater QB that they showed us shares the name of my ex-husband.
Oh no. Well,
Yeah.
at least he's wearing an ugly sweater.
Yeah. So the one of them will be Jacob. And he's an abusive, narcissistic ass wearing an ugly sweater. And yeah, so I imagine there's probably 2 gals and 2 guys. Probably. Mm-hmm. I think it would have been cute if they went.
Are they?
Oh.
I hope they're blue.
Why?
Because I don't want them to be nude colored.
Oh.
Skin colored.
Yeah, I got you now.
Stop humanizing them. They're cubies. They need to be blue.
Right.
Or green, or red, or yellow, or purple.
Yeah. Toasty says, I knew a Jacob. He also sucked.
I feel like if your name starts with J, no offense to anybody that's in this chat, but
there are so many J names. You know? I also have 2 ex-boyfriends that were Jonathans.
Oh, there we go. Mm-hmm. They're exes for a reason.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, they are.
Kind of. It is kind of a running joke in my friend group, though, so I think we're on to something here.
Yeah. There's just a lot of J names. I mean, it's just a thing.
It's just RNG.
RNJ. RNJesus.
Oh, Jesus starts with a J. Problematic. Very problematic.
Yeah.
Okay. Toasty said shots fired, everyone. Oh my god. Janners said, also, hello, sorry I'm walking goal 7 in a big old icy 50-degree weather. Don't
fuck
tell
you in your 50-degree
Janners.
weather. I would love 50-degree weather right now.
Super icy over here.
Man. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's Christmas. Obviously we're going to have our Christmas trees back. Some people bought a lot of them. Some people bought a few of them.
Oh, Jerome!
Wait.
Renee's in the chat and said, are you hearing this, Illusion Weaver?
Hearing what? What did I say? Oh, Jerome.
No, we're talking about the J name.
Because he's a J name, too.
Yeah. J name.
I always think of him as an I name.
I know, right? I know, I'm sorry. We're offending too many people. I'm sorry to all the J names out there. We are very much so being sarcastic and facetious, and if you're tuning into the stream and your name starts with a J, we probably love you very much.
Yeah. And Illusion Weaver's first name is Illusion. End of story.
Yes, exactly. It's why I call him Mr. Weaver all the time.
Mr. Weaver. We got Danibus in the house. So he says he has 4 small Christmas trees ready to go for Christmas. Woo woo.
So it was officially confirmed that Christmas trees are coming back, right?
No one said anything else. Like, I wasn't looking for a confirmation specifically, but I feel like the way it was everyone was talking that yes, they are.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think
know if they're gonna like switch it up, or I don't know. Now that Manella's bought the whole forest, they're like No, we're not doing blueprints this year.
So it's interesting because Manel was actually on the Coin Hunt crew stream
that's
before
right.
us, and
Yeah.
they were talking about some of that. It doesn't seem that he actually has as many as some people.
Assume.
I forget who he said. I feel like he said who had a ton of them, but I don't remember.
Excalibur also has a lot too, from what I understand.
Okay, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that would make sense. But does it though? Because wasn't Excalibur at one point selling off like everything to get? Was it QBR money or QBR keys or?
I really don't know what his intentions are.
Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah.
So who knows? But it looks like Oklahoma will have 4 extra small trees, so that's exciting. Sounds like he wants so Halloween existed for the most part up in Oklahoma City in my neck of the woods. It sounds like he wants Christmas to exist mostly down in Norman, Oklahoma, where is his neck of the woods. I mean, they have more players, so technically it should. But anyway. Okay, so that's Christmas. For New Year's Eve, they're gonna stick with just an achievement QB, is what they're calling these. Kind of like the Thanksgiving QB. Well, no, I guess not even. Like the Thanksgiving QB last year came out of a vault, but this is like if you hit one vault December 31st or January 1st, you will get the blueprint or the QB.
Wait, okay, so Thanksgiving last year we had a blueprint. It was different from the year before.
Right.
That doesn't have a blueprint, but you got the QB for just logging in that day, right? Last year
it dropped out of a vault, I think, and you just had to.
Yes.
But it was really easy to get.
Yeah, like 10 vaults max.
Yeah,
like but this, for the worst RNG.
You solve one vault, you'll get it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I didn't pay attention if it's going to be a QB that you get or if it's going to be a blueprint that you get. It's probably a blueprint.
Can anybody confirm? Did anybody save?
Ooh, Joey Bananas is in the chat, speaking of Okies, and he says he has 2 Christmas trees ready to go.
What's up, Joey Bananas?
Hell yeah. Okies in the house.
Wow, you're going to have so many trees. You guys are going to be like ahead of the game. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Toasties, how many trees you got? Get to it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a competition, but it is.
Oh, yes, it is. Get out of here. Yes, it is. That's why there's leaderboards, baby. Probably like 25% of why I'm still playing this game is like I love the competitive aspect.
Really? See,
I don't know. There's like a competitive drive in me to. Also, it's probably a mix of that and like my completionist brain of just like, yes, gotta do it all and be the first.
See, I don't have the competitive part. I've got the completionist part and the community part, but I lose the other seat. Like, I am not competitive. I do not like I want to help. I want everyone to succeed if possible, which is bad because then my things aren't worth lots of keys in the auction house if everyone succeeds. So, yeah, I don't know. To me, competitions mean that someone loses, and I don't like people to lose. So, I don't know. I'm too much of a softie. I'm a snowflake, just in time for winter.
But you don't like the cold, so you're a contradiction.
Yeah, I'm a self-hating snowflake.
I don't love that.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So that's New Year's. Chans and DZ from the Berg both said they think he said QB, not blueprint.
Okay.
So that'll be interesting because there's going to be a hell of a lot more of them than the first Thanksgiving QB. But it's going to, if it is just a QB and not a blueprint, then it's going to be kind of like the first Thanksgiving QB where you can't print anymore. So don't miss it. Just don't miss it. So hunt on December 31st or January 1st, at least one vault, and you're done. And yeah.
Nice.
So that's that.
Wait. Sorry, I thought we were talking about Thanksgiving QB.
Nothing for Thanksgiving. New Year's.
Oh,
sorry.
So we get no QB at all for Thanksgiving?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Because we have the World Cup instead.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry,
Okay,
I was using my knowledge of the way the Thanksgiving QBs worked, but we're talking about New Year's, and I could have used New Year's because it worked the same way, but I didn't. So
there's been a lot of information being fed to you today.
So so this next part is really exciting for lots of people. Global exports. So they're saying Q1 of 2023. They're currently working on the final step to have exports for everyone.
Nice.
Someone from New York chimed in and was like, hey, does that mean New York as well? And Cuckoo Puffs was like, well, likely the Philippines and Malaysia and UK will all get exports before New York does, because that is a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah.
But apparently they're working on another export, like an in-game export method that will work for everyone, and it won't matter like the laws about crypto or anything. And after they mentioned this, they were like, we can't say anything more. And Illusion was like, yeah, we can't ruin the surprise because it's not December yet. So I'm thinking this is the December surprise. He didn't coin it as the December surprise. And I wasn't looking too much into the comments to see if other people picked up on that, but no one said anything. So maybe other people didn't pick up on that, but I saw it as December surprise. Mm-hmm. So the way they're talking about this, it sounds like something completely different, something that we're not even kind of thinking about, like
a Coin Hunt World token, maybe?
No, I don't think so.
How else are they going to get around laws, though?
So also the way they were talking is that the game is moving away from crypto. Like the way they currently do crypto, they'll continue doing crypto. But any new thing that they add is not going to be crypto-based for a while. Because of everything going on with crypto, they're having a really hard time finding any businesses that want to partner with anything to do with crypto. Like it's kind of killing any of their deals because of the crypto thing, because of all the fears of like what the FTX thing and all of that. Mm-hmm. So they're not going to get rid of what they currently have, but it looks like going down the road, there will be different kinds of options. So you could go out and hunt and earn Starbucks gift cards, or they might do a partnership with someone for like a signed pair of sneakers or something like that. So like you can earn other things outside the game that are worth money, but it won't be crypto based. And so I'm wondering, like,
that's kind of a huge announcement.
Yeah, so I kind of wonder if it has something to do, like, if you look at the way a lot of these like earn money while you play a games work is like you can use your tokens in the game towards purchasing like a gift card or something. And I kind of wonder if that's going to be what it is. I sure as fuck hope that they give us options other than Starbucks gift cards, because I don't go to Starbucks. I've had like 3 Starbucks gift cards in my purse for like 4 years, and there better be Amazon gift cards.
Amazon would be helpful. I take Amazon for sure.
Yeah. Or Google Play. Then we don't have to pay for our crystal keys with our in-game crypto, but it's kind of all the same thing. But that's also what makes me think that might be how this is working, is because we're already using in-game money to buy things in the game. Right. In the same way we would use Google Play money to buy things. So like I'm thinking it might be working towards something like that.
You need a loophole somewhere.
Yeah. And I bet you anything, if you went up to someone that you were trying to refer and be like, hey, you could walk this mile and solve these vaults and earn crypto, or you tell that same person, hey, you could walk this area and solve these vaults and earn Amazon gift cards, you'd get a better response from someone with like about the Amazon gift cards, because that makes sense to people. Like those things we already know exist, and while most of these games give you like pennies, like we know this game isn't giving us pennies, so we know it's more than what other games are doing. But like people already play those other games because they do make money.
That's what I was just thinking, is like there's already games out there that do that though, and they're not even games. Like all you have to do is log in and walk and you get, I don't know. I'm just
but that's the thing. This is a fun game. This is different. So like like I get ads all the time. Like this other game I play, I get ads all the time for Mist Play, which you play like Candy Crush or whatever, and you can earn Amazon gift cards. And then there's like Solitaire Cash, where you play solitaire and you earn money. It's like those games are fucking boring. So this is actually a fun game, and it's exercise and it's community based and whatever. And if you're earning the same kind of money just with a better game, like that seems to be a cool thing for me. So anyway, so I'm thinking that's what the December surprise is. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I bet you if that is the December surprise, I bet you iPhone isn't far away. Because
maybe I was just because Shu said still have to solve the iPhone issue, but I was listening for when KKP said sometime throughout that thing, like if we had added 1 million new users or whatever during this bear market, which my brain immediately was like, so are you holding Apple release, or is it Apple holding Apple release?
So
what is it?
So one thing that Cuckoo Puffs did say is that they are strategically holding off on marketing currently. They didn't say anything about Apple, but he said he's strategically holding off on marketing currently because with the crypto winter and everything, like it doesn't make sense. But he said it should change in January, which makes me think once they have this other new payout method, then come January, the game is much easier to market because it's not connected specifically just to crypto, and it's more marketable for other things. And then they'll be able to have more partners because of the way they're handling it. And then won't be scaring people away with crypto. Because apparently that scares people away. I don't know.
Weird stuff, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it brought most of us here.
Right.
But then again, that was during a huge bull run. I mean, during a huge bull run, people get interested in crypto and they look into stuff. We're the very opposite of that right now. So people are running away. Like,
for sure.
So, I think my boyfriend lit a fire in the fireplace. Man, it smells so good in here right now. Either that or he's burning the house down. One of the two.
Either way, it smells so good right now.
Anyway, so that's that. So and what it sounds like is the global exports is still separate from whatever this December surprise is. So like they're almost completed that. So that's exciting for the UK people and the Filipinos and the Malaysian people and all of the people that currently can't get their money. Like that's exciting. And I'm super happy for you guys. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed it doesn't get pushed down the road another 6 months.
Yeah.
So
let's hope we enter the new year with everybody getting paid.
Yeah. And they have kept their promise about not opening new regions before solving the export problem. And I did notice, like, there were some viewers of the Hunter's Lodge that were like, when will this be available in Germany? When can I play that? Like,
Yeah.
when will this be worldwide? And I think it was Leppy, it might have been someone else, was like, the game has promised not to expand until we get these problems solved. So I was like, hey, that's good. Like,
Yeah. I love that.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
Which means maybe next year, once export problem has been solved, how many countries will
More country
launch next year?
rollouts? Yeah. That could be super exciting.
Yeah.
They have more country rollouts.
Exactly.
So
next year should be a big year for Coin Hunt World for sure.
Yes. Yes. Starting January, have you wanted to own a green vault?
Does it kick you back a green key instead of a blue?
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
So
this was all of everything that I missed. I was there for the beginning and then kept getting distracted.
Yeah. So starting January, he called it the phase 1 of structures, right? So and for them that means player owned green vaults. Now we're not going to be building our own green vaults. They're going to be selling us existing green vaults already in the game. You basically get a deed to a green vault that's already there. So you can own that green vault. And it'll change the green vault. Like, it'll have, like, your little QB on top of it so people will know that you own it. Nice. And from what it sounded like, I think it was Medvrich in the Q&A asked, I think it was Medvrich, asked if you can buy a green vault anywhere or if it has to be a local green vault. And I think they said anywhere.
They did, because he asked, can I buy one in LA? And I was like, no, you can't.
Well, fuck Vancouver. I want to buy Vancouver's. Like,
yeah, right? I'd probably be buying Vancouver's then.
Yeah.
Or Hawaii's.
Or Toronto's. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, those are way better places than LA.
I wonder, okay, so for us, it will be green vaults. For the white tier country, it'll be blue vaults. I wonder if we can buy blue vaults in other countries. Because then it's cheaper.
Oh my God, that would be sick.
That's like the middle of the road. Like I don't want to not own one, but I don't want to pay as much as I'm going to have to pay to own this. Can I have a middle of the road and like own a blue vault? So anyway, so this is the way it works.
Wait, sorry. Yeah, Beats is saying 100 for a green vault, but you physically have to go there. So, okay, so you could buy a green vault wherever. You just have to go buy it. You have to be at the location in order to buy it.
Oh, maybe they were just talking about the like having to use it regularly, like how we used to think that you had to use it once every 2 months or something, or it gets auctioned off, and then they never implemented that thing. Maybe he's talking about like, do you have to at least go there once, but you don't have to keep it up? I don't know. So that'll be interesting. We'll see how that works.
Yeah.
But so they're initially gonna unveil like
for a payoff on $100 for one. I'm like, whoa.
Well, yeah.
Take a while to pay off.
So it'll initially be a max chunk for each country. They said maybe 10 initially. It costs 1,000 crystal keys. So it doesn't necessarily cost money if you earn a bunch of crystal keys from contests and whatever, and you don't use money or whatever to buy your crystal keys. If you earn those crystal keys doing other things, you could use those, right? So it's 1,000 crystal keys, which, as Beats said, it equals $100 if you were to just buy it from Google Play. Yeah. You get a 5% kickback. So it's just like your blue vault. So every 20 keys that goes in, you get one back. Mm-hmm. So every 20 green keys that goes in, you get one green key back. You also earn builder leaderboard points, which they're going to start the builder leaderboard.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Exciting. And
eventually, people will be able to buy the existing sushi restaurants and become the owner of those. And if you are like, oh, this isn't fair, I don't have a green vault anywhere near me, Illusion Weaver said, if you do not have a green vault within like a 30-mile radius and can verify that with Illusion Weaver and bring it to his attention, then he will ask like what a good place would be. They'll verify that it's actually a good place, and they will put one there for you if you need it. So
people will be able to find out now during the World Cup event, right? Because you got to hit green vaults to get those footballs. Yeah. So go out and try to find them, and if you can't, send in those tickets now.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, if you want to own a green vault, basically, it sounds like they're gonna the deeds for green vaults are gonna go out in the shop at some point, and there's only gonna be like 10 of them. And initially there's only going to be 10, but this kind of makes sense for the game. Like for $100, they're selling you virtual real estate in their game. Like,
yeah, it is pretty genius.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like any of those other NFT virtual real estate games, like the Sandbox or, whatever, that you could, spend crypto to buy a plot of land in there. I mean, it kind of just fits. Like, I like it.
Yeah. I mean, they said it was coming, and they said you were going to have to buy, blueprints for structures. And
yeah,
I imagine this is just the start of it. And I think you'll be able to, obviously, like, UV 2.0 has been mentioned and all of these things. So
right.
I think this is just like one tiny piece of this massive puzzle that they have planned.
I never imagined them selling us their items though. Like, yeah.
Structures or vaults or whatever. Yeah.
Like, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. But yeah, I never imagined that. But Illusion Weaver did say, so after January, so that's January, February, they're going to be doing tagging testing in the test server. Tagging will earn builder leaderboard points as well. Come April, we're going to do structures phase 2, which will be, like you said, buy blueprints from the store, pick a spot that matches the tag, build it. They're going to have buildings anywhere from white tier through red tier. So really simple low-level buildings to really big complex buildings. So yeah, I mean that's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm kind of all about the builder thing. Like,
yeah,
I love that. Like, that fits me so well. So Danibus and Joey Bananas are gonna have to watch out, because I'm gonna build all the shits, and they're not gonna get a chance.
Luckily, I mean, you guys have a wide enough space to probably make it happen, but they're just gonna have to be quick in that in the shop drops.
Yeah. So then, and someone asked, where do I get that? Where was that? Okay, so someone asked, I guess someone owned a business. It seemed like it was a record store or something like that.
Iconic Records, yeah.
Yeah. So they asked, hey, so small businesses, can we get involved with our businesses? And Illusion Weaver said, when they come up with new beta structures, they're probably going to test them with player-owned real-world businesses that you can own in the game, which, like, that's awesome. I wish I had, like, a physical location. Like, I would love to have people come to my tax office and, like, have my little tax office in the game. I think that would be super cool.
Yeah.
But then I wouldn't want a bunch of people just showing up at my house.
Well, you have to make an appointment for Korkio's layaway program.
Right.
It's perfect.
Yeah, and there's actually 2 businesses in this house, because my boyfriend has his IT business. But I mean, we don't want people showing up here for that either.
No, yeah.
So, but you guys' restaurants, like, Marvin's house and your, like, the restaurants that you guys work at, like,
Yeah.
you could have those in the game. You could have players coming to eat at your restaurants. And even though, like, you don't own the restaurant that you work at, like, in the
Right. I'm
game
like,
you
do
could.
I want that?
In the game you could own it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think that's pretty freaking
Yeah,
cool.
there's actually, did I already tell you about this player that's like, he's in, so I'm in Santa Monica. I'm sure everybody's heard of, or many people have heard of Venice Beach, which is just south of us. That's where I work. And there's a player there that actually is friends with somebody that I work with. And I had seen his like name on the reservation, and he's one of those people that made his first initial and last name his in-game name.
Oh.
So I like took a shot in the dark and was like, hey, can you ask your friend if he plays Coin Hunt World? Just ask. I know this is like totally weird because you have no idea what I'm talking about, but can you just ask him? And lo and behold, he did. And
Cool.
so, and he comes into the restaurant like quite a bit. So I could tell him that it's mine now. And
it could be in the
key
game
to enter the door.
Yeah. He could
Cost
earn.
of admission is 1 purple key to eat here.
I mean, yeah. You could be a
I'll
purple tier restaurant.
I'll be reasonable. We'll make it a red.
But yeah, I mean, I think it would be super cool. Like, I'm excited for when the map is built out in 3D and you look on your map and you see all the things that you see in the real world. Like, that's what I'm super excited for. It'll be really way more interesting than just going and hitting, like, random user wallets. So, yeah. Oh, Danibus is in the chat offering to drop a foreman in my building to help build my structures. I got a foreman too, but yeah, sure. Whatever you want to do.
Right. I mean, your construction QB and he can throw in his foreman and
wait, can you put in 2 foremans
faster? I don't know. I feel like maybe not, but I feel like maybe Illusion Weaver had mentioned it's going to take the community to like build a structure because you're going to need
so much,
like multiple. Yeah, I feel like I remember him saying like multiple QBs, but maybe not. I don't know.
I have like a fucking shit ton of resin, like tons of resin.
How much resin?
Oh my god. Because I don't sell shit. I just hoard it. And I don't print shit either. So that's going to be changing this month.
Yeah.
I'm going to print a ton of QBs. I'm not excited. Like,
QBs.
I'm excited about it. I love the event, but I hate that it's forcing me to print things. Like, granted, I could buy all of them in the auction house, but I ain't that rich. So,
right.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh. So, okay. So that is...
All right, so
that's through April, and that's kind of the news they gave us. And then I took more notes for the Q&A stuff. Someone asked if there's going to be like a NFT partnership, kind of like Pat Morita. That's where they said they're moving towards those non-crypto partnerships because brands are afraid of crypto now. Someone asked about a tutorial. Illusion Weaver said a tutorial is planned, but not really scheduled. Like, they don't have an idea of when it'll be ready, but they plan. That'll be something that'll be ready once they start doing the marketing, because, like, they want to have the game fully built out in that fashion before they start marketing it and really pushing it to the masses. So,
that makes sense.
Someone asked about chill wheels, and I'm surprised I didn't even think of that because, like, we hadn't heard.
I think that was Toasties, actually.
Sorry, I had to sneeze. I muted myself for that sneeze because it was a loud one. I think it's the fireplace. Like, the smoke is getting up here, and it's, like, tickling my nose.
Yeah.
So, was it Toasties that asked about chill wheels? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And Illusion Weaver said that that the way they originally planned on rolling it out, it was too easy to cheat. So they're having to rework it, and the new anti-cheat measure requires structures. So once structures exist, then they'll be able to roll out chill wheels. And so they're expecting about mid next year. Because he talked about someone just like slow driving in a Home Depot parking lot in circles for hours just to get the chill wheel stuff.
No.
I wouldn't do that, but maybe I would if I was like this close to finishing goal 8 or something. You know, like
yeah,
I could
right.
see
Like,
myself
have to run
maybe.
an errand.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's chill wheels. I thought it was cute. Leppy announced a question from Jet Lagged and Hungry, which I'm pretty sure that's Lil Penguin,
Full
right?
of dumplings.
Or Full of Dumplings. I knew it was one of those two. I knew it was either Full of Dumplings or Lil Penguin. But she called her Jet Lagged and Hungry because that's how it showed up. And I wonder if anyone recognized her. Like, if like Illusion Weaver or Cuckoo Puffs knew who that was because they would know her as Full of Dumplings and not as Jet Lagged and Hungry.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, she asked about the Auction House API. And Illusion Weaver said it was planned, but it got delayed because of the whole Google Maps issue thing. Don't expect it before the end of the year, but it is in the works, and they do still plan on doing it.
Okay.
I feel like the Google
What
Maps
does that have
thing.
to do with maps?
Well, I think that's just development delays because I feel like Maps threw a huge wrench into the whole thing. Because I feel like Maps probably was going to play into tagging and structures and everything because of all of the data that comes along with Google Maps that they no longer have.
Yeah.
So I think that's pushed a lot of things back. And there's no way to fix that. So
makes sense.
Someone asked about extended rewards for walking quests in Adventure Road. So like if you finish all 8 walking goals or if you get, to tier 30, and you keep going. And Illusion Weaver said yes, but not in the next few months, but eventually yes. It'll be extended rewards for that. Oh, sorry.
Oh, wow. Really? Already? Or is that the smoke coming up the stairs?
I'm going to blame it on that.
Yeah, right. Making you all cozy and snuggly, and it smells like wintertime. And
no, I think it's just
you're just missing hot cocoa.
It's taking up the oxygen receptors on my red blood cells, and I'm not getting enough oxygen to my brain.
That's probably the actual response. I don't know. Scientifically speaking, that's probably accurate.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I thought about whether or not to say anything about this. I messaged Leppy and she said she was cool, but like Cuckoo Puffs got a little weird at one point and was like,
yeah, what happened?
He was like trying to make Leppy like pretend she was Jason and like ask the question and what she thought his voice would be. And she was like, actually, she said something like really nice, like, actually, sir, can I just ask the question in my own voice? And he's like, no, you have to do it in his voice. It's like, dude, what? Like, why are you being shitty? Like, that was just not cool. And then, like, so I messaged her, and I was like, I'm sorry Cuckoo Puffs chose to be, like, a dick to you right there. And she's like, oh, no, it's fine. I was laughing about it. And I was like, okay. But I wanted to smack him for a second. I was like, why are you doing that? Like, you're obviously, like, it was almost obvious to me that she was uncomfortable. And she, like, tried to make it, like, be really nice about it and professional about it and be like, I'd rather not if that's okay. And, like, he was just insistent. And then he kept bringing it up. Every other person that had a question where their mic didn't work or they didn't raise their hand to come up on the stage or whatever, he was like, he was trying to make her do it for everyone. And then she finally did it for Crashman's voice.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's so weird.
Yeah. I was like, what? Why is he doing this? Unless it's like some inside joke that we're not aware of or something, like, okay, but it just seemed shitty from this end. And I was like, dude.
Wait, but how? All right. I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna have to. W.R. Willem, I'm gonna need your highlights video, your Hunter's Lodge highlights video. And I know you've got a lot on your plate right now, but
I almost wouldn't want him to highlight that because I don't know. I feel like it's almost embarrassing. Like I would hope he'd kind of cut that out.
Okay. Great.
I mean, you can easily go back and it's like it's right on the it's recorded. You can go on their YouTube channel and just see it.
I thought that was the Discord stage, though. Is that on the Hunter's Lodge?
Oh, wait. You're right.
Yeah, I don't know if that's included. The only time I ever get to see both is in W.R. Willem's.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, well, again, are we surprised?
It was such like a...
So strange.
It's almost like he was doing it because he thought it was cool, but it just wasn't cool. It's like, dude. Huh. And she is so sweet, and she's so like professional, and like I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, is that what Kevo's comment was earlier? Because like when he jumped in, he said something about, "Are we making fun of people's voices?"
Yes.
And picking on the. Oh, okay. I was like really thrown off by that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure he saw my comment because I commented immediately in Hunter's Hangout, and I was like, so that was like super not cool or whatever. And yeah, I'm sure he saw that, and lots of people reacted to it because I don't know. I just thought I'd call out him being not cool.
If a bunch of people reacted to it, it's because they agreed and also felt the uncomfortability that you felt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and I've seen this name a lot. I know this person is a regular, but I haven't talked to them personally. Rail, Rayl I'm sure you. Yeah. Did you just mute yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that person said the opposite of me and was like, we support Cuckoo Puffs bullying Leppy whenever. And I was like,
okay.
What? Like, what the hell is going on here?
All right.
Yeah.
Who supports bullying? So strange of you.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah. I don't know. I hope it was really all in good fun and like there's some inside joke I wasn't aware of. And she said she was laughing at it and she was laughing. It didn't sound like that on their she texted me that like while they were still doing the questions and answers thing but it didn't sound like it. So I don't know. I got really defensive because I love Leppy so much because she is always the sweetest, like best, like. I mean, I love all of the mods. I love some of them more than others, not because I like some people less, but because I know them better and I've had more history with them, and that's why I like them more because all of them are good. Some have just been extra good because I know them better. Anyway, I love her to death. Like, she's the best. And if someone is picking on her, they're going to get a beat down, even if he's paid me lots of money. I don't care.
Sorry, KKP.
Yeah, sorry. But also not. Don't be a bully.
Yeah, but apologize to Leppy.
Yeah, because it made him look bad. Like, it made him look like a child, and I was like, why are we being childish right now? I mean, we're adults here.
Speaking of super awesome mods that we love. Hi, Anakura.
Hi, Anakura. You're also one of my favorite mods because, yes. Honestly, Anakura and Fire and Leppy are my favorite. Like, what?
Shouting them out. ROIC was hooking it up today.
Yeah, and I love ROIC too. I just don't know ROIC that as well. Like, I've never really talked to them personally, so that's why they don't make my list. But they probably would if I talked to them personally. I probably would also love them a lot too.
All right. Anyways, we love all of the mods. You guys are all amazing.
Yes.
Anna Kerr is over here. I hear you saying how Leppy is your favorite. Anna Kerr, you're my favorite. Okay, don't tell Fire though. Okay.
I love you all very much for different reasons, and also some of the same reasons. Because you're all very sweet, but also you individually do awesome things that are different. So that's cool.
Okay, so moving on from mod talk.
So during the Q&A, you know how like when you're in Discord and like when there's a stage, you can see like all the little avatars of all the people that are in the audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the Hawaiians that climbed the volcano with us, I saw that his little, I think, I couldn't remember whose username was who, because I remember who they are as people, but I don't remember who is what username. And I don't remember the username that I saw this, but one of them had my little 3D printed tiki guy as their avatar. And I was like, oh, so heartwarming.
Let's see. We had Habuteru and Kawhi.
It was Kawhi.
And, okay, nice.
Is Kawhi the one that bought the shirts and he wore the shirt?
Wait, so did Habuteru.
Habuteru brought us the cookies.
Yes.
And all this stuff. Yeah.
And she had on I think she had on an Ethereum shirt.
Yes.
And then
the long sleeve one in that heat. Though I'm sure she didn't get the sunburn that I did.
Yeah, I got burned.
Yeah.
Well, at least my shoulders did.
I never get burned, and I still had like a very light burn on the top of my forearms. Just very light. But yeah. So anyway. But yes, it was Kawhi had my little 3D Tiki as his avatar.
Awesome.
I was just looking through who was in the audience. I was like, oh, that's my Tiki chief.
That's so nice.
Yeah, it was really sweet. So, anyway.
Yeah. Well.
So that's the Hunter's Lodge.
Wow. Packed Hunter's Lodge. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And I know it was shorter, but it still feels like we got so much information.
I feel like we've talked about it longer than they talked about it.
I mean, definitely. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I miss anything in the Coin Hunt crew live stream? Because I know they streamed just before us.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch all of it. I was trying to make sure I got all my notes in, and I was trying to make dinner and then eat dinner, so I got to hear snippets of it here and there. So, I mean, I'd say like it was a good chunk of them, plus Manel, right. So that was cool. And I mean, they talked about like what we talked about. They kind of just went over things. Plus, I'm also confusing some of it in my head because I listened to one of the episodes before the Hunter's Lodge because I was trying to make sure I got caught up on them before I watched their live one. So I don't remember what was said in the old episode and the one right after Hunter's
today's
Lodge.
Episode.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to catch up. It's funny that they had Manel on. That's like, I feel the perfect person after a Hunter's Lodge. Because I'm sure he had a lot to say. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know that it was the whole crew that was going live after the lodge, so that's cool too. If you don't follow them already, and if you don't follow us already, please go like and subscribe and follow the channel and keep up with them. It'll be really exciting that they're putting out content every week.
Yeah.
And
it's really good. I mean, it's really thoroughly edited. They add some special effects and stuff, which is kind of cool. Nice. And I like that there's a diverse crew. So you've got your rural people, you've got your urban people, you've got, some Canadians thrown in with some American, like it's all the different viewpoints, all different types of hunters. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. So yeah.
What's up, Hayes?
Hey, Hayes.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
We'll definitely stay tuned to that and move
Oh.
on to what our week was like in Coin Hunt World, right? So
Yeah.
so I know you had mentioned your Adventure Pass progress earlier. Did you say you were a few days behind?
So
but then you
I
caught up a
was.
couple of days? Or like
Yeah.
a tier or two or three?
I think I'm a little behind again now that the reset has happened.
Yeah, right. It's so hard.
Yeah, let's see. Oh my god, I have so many envelopes.
Yes. When I got out of work, I was like, oh snap. I have to get through all of these.
Oh my god.
Congrats though. It seems like everybody has printed all of the World Cup QBs already.
Jeez.
You know, I swear I definitely got 32 envelopes, like for sure.
Yeah, one of them that reminds me of something I wanted to like randomly say when we had Channers on that I totally forgot to like throw it out there. She had mentioned the hunter High Phil. I literally have always read his name as Hip Hill.
He's so good.
To me, that person is just Hip Hill. It's Hip Hill.
Hip Hill. I love that.
Hip Hill.
Hip Hill.
I don't know.
Oh my God. Channers, are you still in here? You have to tell I feel that.
It's Hip Hill.
So funny.
But they just got a first print, so I just saw that in my envelopes. But yeah.
There's one left, all right.
Hank Hill if it's trendy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's like I mean, I don't know. It just kind of
That's so funny. I love that.
So I am currently on tier 19. So I guess I'm like one day behind.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
I might list maybe a cat on the auction house, but I also don't think anyone's gonna buy cats right now.
Hey, you don't necessarily have to sell it, right? You just have to list something.
But I don't want to throw away a green key.
Sure, yeah.
Like I want to put something on there someone's gonna actually buy. You know. Yeah. Oh, apparently Justwin told Channers it was Hip Hill. and then she met him and he said his name was High Phil. See? I'm not alone. I
mean, clearly not. I definitely read it as High Phil, but I mean,
if there were any capital letters in there, I would have read it that way too, but there were no capital letters. It's all lowercase, so it was just Hip Hill.
Yeah, Hip Hill. I love that. I think maybe he should just go by that moving forward. Hyphen after the P, please.
Hip Hill. Yeah.
Hip Hill.
So, anyway.
That's funny.
I can easily solve 2 history vaults. I am not hitting a yellow. I already used all my yellow keys. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And like I said, I could list an item in the auction house. Does anyone want anything? I'll list something if you guys ask me for it. Like Toasties, do you need any more jingle bells? Those sold really well. I might just put them in there anyway. Even if Toasties doesn't need them, because apparently other people did. So,
does anybody need candy canes? Because we needed candy canes to place our trees last year. So let me know, because I got oodles and caboodles of them.
How many do you have?
I have like 4,100. Some like with digits after that also. I don't know, like 4,119 I think, because I won some weird auction or got one candy cane somewhere. I can't remember. Were they dropping in batches of one?
I think
it's like one of the only resources I have that has a 9 at the end, and it drives me absolutely bonkers.
Really? I think at one point, I think like at the beginning, they were dropping in ones.
Mm-hmm.
and then but also sometimes 5, sometimes 10s, and the rare 50, and then they kept increasing as the event went on, I think.
Yeah, so much just to where I have 4,000 of them. I've
Yeah,
never bought candy canes. So.
I thought I had a lot, but I only have 2,700 of them. So, but you made me look like I'm looking through my resources that end in 9. I have 9 Earth Hearts, but that doesn't technically like end in a 9. I mean it does, but it also starts with a 9 because it's just a 9. So, let's see. Do I have any that end in 9? No, I don't. I have 5s, 0s. 5
I bet that's
0,
it,
5
right?
0, 5 0, 5 0, 5 0.
Yep. Aside from maybe cinnamon sticks.
Cinnamon sticks
might have
pilot hats.
And pilot hats, sure. But like in my brain, those things are already categorized as stuff that drops in singulars.
Yeah.
Where like candy canes, I'm like, I still can't move past. I will buy a single candy cane just to get that out of my inventory.
Yeah. I've got 2,740. Do you want me to sell you a single candy cane?
No, I think I'm better off selling an odd amount as my auction item.
Yeah, because I don't think you want to pay 25 keys for a single candy cane.
Yeah, probably not. But I would if I really was. If I was really itching about it.
There are 91,563 World Cup cubies left in the shop.
Okay, great. So I'm not worried about it then.
Yeah, they're doing 100,000 of them, but so that means
have you bought any at all?
Yes, I bought my adventure pass.
No, have you bought any blueprints though?
Yeah, I spent all my yellow keys on them.
Oh, those blueprints.
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like just blueprints on the auction house. I had no idea that it was the World Cup blueprints.
The World Cup
I keep forgetting that. Oh, okay, this has nothing to do with the wine. I keep forgetting that the reset is at 4 o'clock instead of 5. So when we went live at 5, I was like, shit, I could have just bought them, but I realized they were there an hour before. Makes perfect sense. Okay, got it. So you bought 3 yellow keys worth of World Cup blueprints.
Yes. So that's 15 of them, right?
For some reason, I was thinking like your auction house longevity over the past from a Halloween event to now. I have spent my 3 yellow keys on. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
No, in like 30 seconds, I spent 3 yellow keys on World Cup blueprints.
Got it.
And because now you don't have to put in the 2 green keys for each one. You can just drag in your keys. So I currently have left over 20 green keys, 973 blue keys.
We need to get back up to those 4 digits on those blue keys.
It's a tough life. Yeah. I had to, oh my God. You remember last week I was telling you about the shitty Buddy Quest person I had that was literally only available at one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to delete them.
No.
Yeah.
Was it Callie Ann?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
4 days in a row.
Okay, so they added both of us during a stream.
At the same time. Yeah.
Yes, like during a stream one night. And now I feel terrible because I'm like, if you're watching, get your Buddy Quest etiquette together.
I feel bad too, but especially because they were like in the Buddy Quest chat, they were like guaranteed 2-day Buddy Quest. But here's the thing. They don't have a car. They walk, I guess, after work or something. They start their hunt at a certain time. And so the first day they find out where the Buddy Quest location is. And the second day they can tell you what time they will get to it because of knowing where it is. So I'm like, is there any time? No, I was like, is there any other time of the day that you can do this? And they're like, well, no, it's about an hour into my hunt and I don't have a car. I was like, how are we supposed to do this? Like,
right?
Can you not go there at some other point? Like, that is the time I'm making / eating dinner with my family every night. And the only way I get to continue doing this is that I don't prioritize it over my family. Like, if I start prioritizing it over my family, then I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
So, no, I can't go at a different, like, I can go at a bunch of different times. But
Right.
I cannot go at that one time. That's like the only time during every day that I can't go. There is like literally nothing else of my life scheduled every single day like that. So, yeah.
What the
So
heck?
I had to delete them, and they weren't very responsive either. Like, I would ask them a message in Discord and it would be like 4 hours later I'd get a response. So like it took 4 days for me to delete them because I couldn't find out what the frick was going on to know why we couldn't do this another time. Like, if they were just going to be like I didn't want to cancel it and then have to wait and get another one if like we could just schedule something else. But they didn't tell me until that 4th day like what the frick was going on, and I was like, this isn't going to work. It's just not going to work.
It's about time we just get ruthless with these buddy quests, because these yellow keys are just too valuable, honestly. Like, at least like write it all out when you're available. If it doesn't work, boom, delete the quest and we can just move on. And like, I'm getting all worked up about it and I'm jumping out of the stream. But like, if it doesn't work, then just move on, delete it, and we'll try again for another time. Like, I had one actually pop in with Whitmore Sycamore this week, and the weekends are super busy for me. It was the only time that he was available, and then he was leaving to go out of town on Monday, and he was like, oh man, we're gonna have to kill the quest. And I'm like, all right, it's all good. Like, I'm looking forward to the next one. It's fine. But like, you kill it as soon as you can, and then you know, get in line for another one. And I've already completed my next one. So oh, and actually, quick buddy quest shout out. It was with Denarius, who is an Okie player.
Yes. Yeah. Downtown Oklahoma City.
They mentioned it in the message to me. They were like, oh my god, I got a buddy quest, my first buddy quest with the Lady of the Hunt, which was super nice. And yeah, they mentioned that they were also in OKC, which was awesome. But we were able to knock it out in like probably 24 hours, maybe 48. Yeah, it was great.
He's pretty great about that. And I think it was him. I mean, it's been over a year, but the first Halloween event, I remember a few of us met up downtown planning to hunt it together, but it was cold. And if I'm remembering correctly, Denarius like had his daughter with him. I think it was Denarius. I apologize if I'm getting it wrong. I get people mixed up. If I don't talk to you regularly and like see you regularly, then anyways, but brought his daughter and we met up at the Yellow Vault, and then we were gonna hunt together, but there wasn't like really a large group of us, and like it was just a couple of us, and it was cold and it was nighttime, so we ended up just driving separately but in the same area so that when we spawned cauldrons, like we could share them and stuff. But yeah, and he's been around since before me. Like,
nice.
Yeah,
OG player.
He's been around.
Love it.
So yeah, and
he's also great for BQs. So if you need to add more buddies,
Denarius,
yes. Also, myself and Korkio are looking for good buddy quests or buddies, obviously, because we've been having a little bit of a little BQ rough patch,
right?
But it's all good.
My other one was with Mama Bear. Like, I got one after I deleted Kellyanne, and I got Mama Bear, who on Discord is Chris137. And that one was pretty easy. Nice. I mean, I was kind of unsure of my schedule. I was like, just give me a heads up when you're ready. They're like, hey, I can do anytime from now to whenever. And so we kind of just like, we didn't schedule a time, but we just felt it out until we found a spot we were both ready and got it done within the same day. So those are always good.
Yeah. Honestly, sometimes those are the easiest.
Yeah.
Because if you get them scheduled and then you're like, something comes up, you're like, oh fuck, I'm sorry. Like,
yeah. And my day was kind of like that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that day, I go to the new house to work on it, and I start ripping off drywall because we were going to replace drywall, and we were going to put it like we build new wall, whatever, lots of stuff. I start ripping off drywall, and I uncover this like termite infestation.
No.
Yeah, like one whole wall of the kitchen is all termites, but it's like it's not structural wood. It was kind of like wood that was attached to the front of so the kitchen is kind of like half ground sheltered, like the ground outside comes up halfway to the walls because it's like a basement walkout kitchen. So it's in concrete. So the wood was just like attached to the concrete to put the drywall on, to have something to attach the drywall to. So we can just rip that off and put new wood on. So it's not a huge deal. And apparently because the home inspector is a client of mine, and I messaged him, and he's the one that hires the termite inspector, who's a buddy of his, and not totally a client of mine, but I write some of his tax forms for him at the end of the year. He's like, yeah, just reach out to this dude, and, you know, if he missed it, he'll probably just do a treatment for you free of charge, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, cool. But still, like, uncovering that and, like, having to rip some of it off the ceiling, and there's, like, just lots of, like, little wood bits and, like, muddy stuff. Like, ugh, it was gross. So I do that, right? And then I come home, and my garage door isn't working. And I'm like,
oh boy. The termites again. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Chewing through the wiring. No, I'm kidding.
This was instead apparently because we had such a drastic temperature. Like, there was one day the temperature just dropped 40 degrees within an hour.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like when thunderstorms come through here in the winter, like, or in the fall, winter, like it could be 70 degrees before the storm hits and then 30 degrees on the other side of the storm.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, apparently that snapped the tension spring on my garage door. And the tension springs basically like help assist the weight of the garage door to lift it up, right?
Well.
And so I press the garage door thing, and I can see the bar, like,
it's trying to do
something. To bend. Yeah. And I'm like, oh shit, like we need to stop this because it looks like it's gonna like break it. And we couldn't figure out what was wrong because I've had lots of things go wrong with garage doors, but that's the first time that's happened. Yeah. And so my boyfriend and I, like, we do the emergency release, and we go to lift it up ourselves, and it's so fucking heavy. And I've never experienced like how truly heavy a garage door is, because usually the tension springs are helping you with it.
Right. You just like whoosh, throw it up, and it just boom, goes sliding.
It takes two of us to open this door. Like, and we're both pretty freaking strong. Like, he's pretty strong. He can't do it on his own. I sure as hell can't do it on my own. And the two of us together, it's a struggle. So, but now we can't get someone out till tomorrow, which I haven't even scheduled anyone yet because I've been too busy. Like, I have to call a couple places because the place we've been using before, I don't like them, and I'm not going to go back to them and whatever. So maybe I can get someone out tomorrow. Maybe it'll be Tuesday. But, like, anytime someone has to leave, we both have to go out there, open the garage door. Someone's got to hold it out open while we, like, pull a car out. Because, like...
just keep it closed and park outside. Why can't you park outside in the driveway?
Because he's got a Tesla. He has to plug it in.
Oh, and you can't... does it not extend that far?
No, it doesn't extend that far. But also, like, with how cold it is... the battery would drain a lot faster if it was parked outside, and it's just like, and then you also don't want to get in your car if it's been outside in the cold all that time. Plus, it's intermittently like getting icy and stuff, and anyway, so he has to leave at like 5 a.m. to go pick up his kid to bring him to school. So I have to wake up at 5 a.m. with him tomorrow to lift a garage door and then go back to bed.
But at least it's one of those things where you might be able to go back to bed after because it's such a big, like,
I won't.
It's like you have to exert a ton of energy when your body is like just waking up. So
I won't. If I like, it happens quite like probably half the time he has to wake up at 5, I'll wake up just naturally and I won't be able to go to bed, back to bed. Like if I wake up that time in the morning, I never go back to bed just because I honestly would rather wake up at that time in the morning anyway and have like multiple hours to sit around and do nothing without feeling guilty before I start feeling guilty for sitting around and doing nothing.
That's funny. I do that with Marvin's house too, because I have to drive him to work sometimes pretty early in the morning, but it's like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Not like 5.
Yeah.
5, I'm like, no, you're on your own. Get the go.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping.
When there was driving for keys, I was waking up at 5 o'clock every morning, going out and driving for keys.
If key booths were still here, it'd be a whole different playing field.
Right.
I would definitely wake up at 5 in the morning for key booths.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, and honestly, I might have him hold the door open while I pull my car out too. Then we can close it. I'll park outside the garage and like I'll go do my hunting in the morning. Because I mean, I only have to get 2 history questions, but I ain't gonna walk to them because it's fucking cold. So
yeah, and of course, like when you need the category, it never shows up.
Yeah.
Just Murphy's Law that way.
Yeah. But if I go out at that time in the morning, I can just easily pull over to the side of the road. I don't have to worry about cars pulling up behind me, whatever. Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, so God, if it's not one thing, it's another. Like, and somehow we still managed to fit in me doing the buddy quest through all of that. Like,
love it.
And they were super chill about, like, I ended up being a little bit late because when I went to go do it, I went to open it before I left the house, and then it was making me update the app because they had put the new Adventure Road stuff in there. I'm guessing they had done that upgrade or update.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it wouldn't update. Like, I was sitting there trying to make it update. I had to go back into the house, turn on the Wi-Fi, and make it update with that, even though I told it to update over any network and not wait for Wi-Fi. It still wouldn't do it. And and so then I had to I was like 10 minutes late for the buddy quest, but they were chill.
No,
they didn't give me crap about it, so I did my best.
I feel like there should be a 15-minute leeway. Well, yeah. Okay, like 5 to 15, depending on the circumstances.
Yeah. It's not just like I forgot. Like, I was trying. So, anyway.
Well.
So, what about your week?
I don't know. Nothing really different. Had that great buddy quest to cure my buddy quest blues for the last couple of weeks, and then I also kind of had a similar experience as you with the Adventure Road. Like I leveled up I got a couple of days ahead yesterday with the solving 50 vaults and then answering 2 TV questions. So that was awesome, and I feel like okay about not hitting a yellow vault today.
What tier are you on?
Hit 2 history questions on the way here. I think I'm on 22.
Oh, yeah, you're doing pretty good.
Maybe 21, maybe 22. Hi, Toasties. Welcome back. But yeah, other than that, it was a pretty mellow coin hunting week. I mean, again, it's more hunting than I'm doing now than I was before Adventure Road started because I'm trying to keep up with the vaults, and I was hoarding so many keys before. Same. So like you, I'm kind of in a blue key desert. I'm still at the 4-digit mark, so I'm okay, but it's definitely not my normal amount. It's like half my normal amount. So
I'm used to having over 3,000. Like, having less than 3,000 is weird, and I don't like it.
2,000 is my base, and then to prep for events, I like to add another 2,000 on top of that.
Yeah,
and that's just like you know, if you have to forge a red key for whatever. Haven't been doing those. Shout out to Harris, who's forging red keys for every challenge that it pops up, because I'm like,
oh right, because she's saving up for the purple for Coin Hunt Fest. That was one of the things that she said in the thing. Oh shoot, now I don't remember if it was one of the older episodes or the one today. She was saying she was like netting about 200 keys a day. Selling stuff in the auction house, whatever. I think that was one of the older episodes I was listening to. But yeah, that's impressive. I need to be doing that. But.
Right? Okay, but see, every time I get jealous of people with all of these key stacks, I go to list something in the auction house, and then I'm like, what am I going to list? Yeah. There's nothing I'm willing to get rid of right now, except maybe candy canes. And even then, I'm in like very small batches, because I still am probably going to keep like 4,000. So I'll probably sell like that 119, and the rest I'm going to keep. So
yeah. Or there is stuff you're willing to get rid of, but like there's already way too many in the auction house, and it's not a good time to do it. Like I've got an ETH QB that I could list that every time I check out like ETH QBs in the auction house, there's already like 3 of them sitting at 3 clocks, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to put it in now. Yeah, I'm going to wait until there's none at 3 clocks, and I'll be the one at 3 clocks. Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's tough.
Very tough. But
so I see Toasties in the chat saying that there's love in the chat. I noticed that during the Hunter's Lodge, everyone was pushing you and Marvin's house to get married at Coin Hunt Fest.
He started it.
Toasty started it?
House. No, Marvin's house.
Oh, Marvin's house started it?
Yes. And I was like, don't get any ideas. Because he's literally like, all right, so what about an epic QB for, you know, the couples that like tie the knot in Vegas during Coin Hunt Fest? I was like, we are not getting married. Like, all right, this started with Renee and IW renewing their vows at Coin Hunt Fest in Vegas, and now it's turned into like, stop it. Stop it right now. Like, no.
Well, but okay, but
although
if
I wouldn't put it past us.
If they gave you a special epic QB for it, would you?
Yeah, man, I feel like, you know, why not? Are you kidding me? We've been together for 8 years and we're still not married. Like, yeah. Yes,
what else are you waiting for? Like, hey, an
epic QB blueprint.
You're about to go to an event with like possibly 200 people that you know pretty well.
Yeah, and I don't have to pay for any of their admissions. So I'm saving. To be honest, we're saving a ton of money doing this. But what would happen is,
wait. You just said we're saving a ton of money doing this. That means it's happening.
Oh no. But Korkio, it can't happen. You know why?
Why?
You're not going to be there.
Oh. Yeah.
Sad fish. So it can't happen.
You wouldn't do it just because I wasn't there?
I mean, yeah. Who's going to be my lady of honor?
Really? Okay.
Come on, man.
I'm down.
Not getting married at Coin Hunt Fest.
Unless there's a QB involved.
Sure, and lots of alcohol. It would take both of those things, and then we could make it happen.
Yeah. So
I'm just pretty obsessed with wanting to plan my own thing.
Yeah. So Shu has turned QBs into Klondike bars.
Mm-hmm. What would you do for an epic print? Clearly a lot of questionable things. Yeah. But also, like, what is we've had this conversation before where I'm like, what? We're basically married already. So what's the difference?
Hey, my brother and sister-in-law were together for 15 years before they got married, and they kind of only did it to like get everyone off their backs, I think.
I was gonna say for an epic QB, right?
And they actually were super smart about it. So like their birthdays are the day after each other. So they are July 30th and 31st is their birthdays, and they got married on August 1st. So those 3 days, those 3 days every year, they go camping for like that whole week, and that's like their vacation week every year, and it's their birthdays and their anniversary, and they're all set.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
I love that for them.
Yeah.
Toasties also says he regrets being married already for the first time.
Same. Though it's affording me health insurance currently, so I do enjoy that. We actually, so when POSP brought a bunch of us into that chat, that video voice chat, one night, we talked about this for a while. We talked about marriage and like first marriages and regretting certain marriages and stuff like. And then like the Canadians were shocked by the health, like people would get married for health insurance.
I don't have health insurance, so that it's BS here in the States. Like it's crazy.
Well, and that's the thing, like so my ex-husband he's my ex-husband, but we're still legally married because our divorce agreement says that we get to be married for a certain amount of time. So I keep health insurance because he's got the best health insurance in the country because he's a government employee. And I'm self-employed. And he convinced me to do that, promising me that he would take care of me while I got my business up and running, and then decided to sleep with some college kid. And I was like, now I don't have health insurance because I had a job at a place and I was going to get another job at a place where I would have health insurance, and he convinced me not to. Anyway, so like my boyfriend and I are both self-employed. So even once that agreement ends and I don't have health insurance, like we would still never get married because there's no health insurance benefit. And we're both divorced. Like neither of us care about getting married. Like it's not a thing. Like who cares? The only benefit is health insurance these days, or sometimes taxes,
or tax cut or something. Yeah.
But like me marrying him, like if I married my boyfriend, it would be a pretty good tax cut for him, but it would be a pretty big tax burden on me. So not gonna happen.
No thanks.
So, and I never had a wedding in the first place. Like for my first marriage, we never had a wedding. So. That's a whole big waste of money, in my opinion. Like when you spend it, like people that spend a shit ton of money on weddings, like tons of money on weddings, like the amount that they could buy a house. It's like you could have had a house. Now,
dude, I still think it's ridiculous. Like you can like budget really, really well for a wedding, and it's still like $15,000, and I'm like, I could buy a used car with that money. Like I don't. But I'm also an event person where I'm like, I love a good party and I love to host it.
So I actually had a wedding planned. I just never got to have it. So
food trucks were involved.
Food trucks and this free event space that you can rent for, like anyone in the community can rent for free. All you have to do is schedule it. It's gorgeous and there's weddings there all the time. Free food trucks, and then I have friends in bands that agreed to come play, and I love thrift store shopping, and I've seen like dresses there before. I don't think I should ever wear a white dress, so whatever.
Right there
Never mind a fancy ass wedding dress. And so like 50 people, free like food truck food, and I like. My whole expense would be the alcohol, and I would just let people make their own drinks with like, I would just buy like some alcohol and everyone makes their own drinks, and like it would be a liquor store bill. That would be the cost of my wedding, and maybe
amazing,
a cute dress from a thrift store, though I already have dresses that would work, so I don't even need to buy the dress. But yeah, anyway. But there's people that spend like hundreds of thousands of dollars on weddings, and it's one day. It's literally one day. It doesn't equal like in my opinion, the more you spend on the wedding, the shorter your marriage ends up being. Like, if you can be happy together without some big fancy wedding, like, that's what's important.
Agree.
So, anyway. And, I mean, you could have a free Vegas wedding.
Well, it's never free. You still got to pay for Elvis, but yeah.
Oh, well, but you don't need to pay for Elvis if, I mean, I'm sure that someone, like, well, I guess they'd have to be licensed, like, in the state that they perform the marriage in, don't they?
Don't give Marvin's House any more ideas unless Yaron with the J says that they're dropping epic cubies for us for doing so. Don't give him any more ideas.
But, like, what if like someone like K-Hag or I don't know, maybe Marlov or someone decided to go get licensed as a minister in Nevada so that they could perform your wedding. That would be so sweet. Maybe
What
toasties.
Yeah. Maybe fire.
Maybe fire. Maybe Mom
Wait.
Loves You.
It needs to be Block Boy.
Or Block
What am
Boy.
I saying? It needs to be Block Boy. Block Boy, we're going to have to talk about this.
Toasty said he would impersonate Elvis for you. He does have the hair. Toasties has got some great hair.
Toasty has great hair. He could probably pull it off, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's got the personality.
Yeah.
He could do it.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm just realizing it's 7:27, and I think Rainstorm is going to be taking the reins at 10:30, right? Well, there he is, popping into the chat.
He can let us know. Last I heard, he said whenever we were done, he'd take over. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought he had put it earlier.
That was when I just put a comment in the Coin Hunt cruise chat saying, "Hey, we're going to be going on at this time," and he was like,
Okay.
"And I'll take over after that."
Nice.
So, not that we need
35
continuous coverage from like the end of Hunter's Lodge for the rest of the day, but yeah.
Right. Straight into Marvin's marriage.
Right. I mean, we only have 8 viewers, so it's not like everyone's like sitting on the edge of their seats, like, tell me all the things from Hunter's Lodge.
It's usually not that.
No.
But actually, on that note, we surpassed the 500 viewers mark. So everybody's going to get a special prize for that. So great job, Coin Hunt community.
I have a question. There was that Twitter contest between the 3 tikis. Did one of those ever win? Because I'm still wearing one of them and I don't remember anything.
Take it off. We didn't get enough retweets.
Oh,
I think we were like 100 short on the retweets or something.
I've been like equipping whatever the adventure road thing requires of me every day and then going back to Kaka, and it's difficult because I have to like click on a bunch of them to figure out which one she is in order to like equip her, and I'm like, just in case, like I have to be wearing a tiki whenever they finish this thing up, but then I never heard anything. Okay, good.
I don't think we ended up winning anything.
Fire Dragon it is.
Yes, back to Fire Dragon.
Yeah. My favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I have good news. Wait, I have to find my Fire Dragon first. So, shit, where is it? Oh, there it is. Fire Dragon. Okay. Good news. I don't remember what I last reported to y'all, but I'm now down 21.5 pounds.
Yes!
So I know I've lost something since the last time I reported something. I just don't know how much it was because I don't remember what I last reported.
Well, you were sick last week, so we were down one. Yeah, we were down 1 pound last week.
Right, but I didn't actually have a number, I don't think, that day. Like,
no.
Yeah. But yeah, 21 and a half. And it's not because I was sick this time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So awesome.
I mean, it's going a hell of a lot slower than it was in the beginning, but also I'm not even working at it anymore. I'm not walking more than like once a week. Like at this point,
shedding, I don't know.
Yeah, Coin Hunt can't get the credit. I'm doing it myself. I think it's like renovating the house plus just like eating well. So
yeah, yeah.
Though I did eat a handful of cookies before I came on tonight, so I don't know. That could change tomorrow.
It's all about balance, baby.
Yeah, yeah. I can't give up the cookies or the cheese. So
I hear ya. I can relate.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know we gained 3 subscribers today?
Really?
That's so awesome.
Oh, one of them was that person in the comments there for a little bit.
Cool.
Actually, it happened while we were streaming. I don't know if you could see it, but the little like QB showed up on the screen. I love it when that happens.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah. But no, I didn't. When? That's the only one I've seen. Now I'm checking, and that makes me very white. I turn into
I know. I was a little concerned that maybe the notifications weren't turned on because I didn't see any of those pop in. But yeah, we're at 208, baby.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking around and stuff. Oh,
and don't forget to like this video if you're still in here and haven't done so already. Like, follow, and subscribe, please.
So we still don't have YouTube search terms.
We're gonna have to come up with a new segment to end our show on. I
like Korkio's YouTube search terms. Let's see what I've been searching.
You've gotten my vote.
All right. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is interesting. Something that I learned on my walk with my mom this week. And so we're walking, and my mom goes, "Hey, did you know that we have a minor celebrity that lives in my apartment complex?" And I was like, "Oh, really? Who?" She's like, now my mom's doesn't know the terms. She goes, "Oh, like this like Bible person singer thing." I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Gospel singer?" She's like, yeah, like a famous gospel singer apparently. And I was like, "Oh, well, I don't know any of those." And she's like, "Yeah, she everyone seems to know who she is." And then so I started thinking, and I realized that when I watched our mayor's like his swear-in this summer, that he had a local Oklahoma gospel singer perform at his swear-in. And I was like, "Oh, is it Sandy Patty?" Because I remembered her name, because my boyfriend knew her, like had heard of her from his old religious, like super religious days. Yeah. And she's like, "Oh yeah, that sounds right. That's who it is." I was like, "Oh, well, she's like really big news apparently." I know nothing about gospel. She's really big news, like, and I was going to like pull up the video of her singing at this thing, but I didn't want to do it while I was trying to track my walking quests. So I was like, okay, when we get home, I'll pull up this video. And then we get home, and I'm like, there was something I was gonna pull up on YouTube, and I can't remember what it is. And for like 3 hours, I was like, what was I gonna show you on the internet? Like, what was it? I can't remember what it was. And finally, we're sitting down watching TV after dinner, and I'm like, oh, Sandy Patty. So my most recent search term is City of Oklahoma City, Mayor Holt swear-in. And because I was trying to find that video, turns out it's the same lady. So this lady who has received 5 Grammys lives down the hall from my mom.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah. Apparently she has apartments like all over the country, and she kind of like travels between them. And apparently the apartments my mom lives in are nice enough for her to have picked for her place to live when she lives in Oklahoma City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Maybe we can ask her for some like a little Ladies of the Hunt tune.
She sings
That would be
gospel.
cool.
She's like the Barbara Streisand of gospel. Not
That's
my kind
dope,
of thing. Not my kind of thing.
All right, fair enough.
I don't really do ballads. It's not, yeah. So, aside from that, no other search terms this week. So.
Well, dang.
Yep. So, do we want to hand it over to Rainstorm?
I think so. I think that's a good call.
I think we've been through everything.
Time to head to the bar and chill, everybody.
Yeah.
So grab your beverages.
Make sure you check him out on Twitch. Always a good time. He does like trivia and all this cool stuff and giveaways and what. I don't know what he's doing tonight other than talk about Hunter's Lodge, but it should be good. So,
yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, until next week, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you for the full Hunter's Lodge breakdown because that was super helpful for me and I'm sure many others as well.
It helped me remember too, having to go over it, make sure I apparently I got something wrong, so thank you, chat, for keeping me in line and correcting me. That was definitely helpful. So, all right,
guys. Happy Sunday, happy hunting, and don't forget your mystery boxes in about 24 minutes.
And buy up those World Cup cubies.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
All right.
See you at the bar and chill.